Okay, I got my 680i board here, and you're asking about my Nirvana heatsink, the problems I had. The problems I had when I mounted it, since I'm using the Cooler Master 830 tower, on the back when it's mounted there's an exhaust fan right here, so I had the CPU fan blowing right through there, so it helped it out. I can't recall. I'm pretty sure it didn't hit the North Bridge heatsink. Either way you mount it. The problem is the heatsink clamp. Since I had it mounted this way, the clamp was actually sitting on top of these two right here, so I had to trim it down. So if not, the heatsink right here wasn't touching completely. It didn't really affect the heating performance, but kind of eases the mind. If you change direction, it might hit these. I can't recall. That's the only way I mounted mine, so that's all I knew on mine. Then if you're wanting to modify the heat sinks on these are gooped up from factory. These actually work well if you change it out to Arctic Silver 5. The tabs, you can change them to nuts and bolts if you want to. I did until I blew it. I just stuck them back on. These right here, these are a little bit harder. See, I got screws on this one and these. The problem is not really with this one, but with this one, if they only put a screw there and screw here offset, but when you tighten these down, it actually bows the middle of this. So acrylic 5 doesn't really work well on this one or this one, because it's actually spaced too high, even with the push tabs. As you can see, I just stuck some of my graphic card pads in there, and then I think I got pads under these too. It just wasn't helping out, so I just stuck pads. And other than that, the North Bridge and South Bridge run hot on this motherboard. You can't really help too much about it. You can't really change the heat sink out, I guess. If you could, well, you can with the South Bridge, because if you're running SLI like I had it on these two, and I was right over that, so your card will hit that. But that, and once I hit 3.8, it blew the RAM sockets. They weren't getting power. So other than that, it's a great overclocker. I enjoyed it. I switched to the 790, and I don't think it's as good as the 680, but I haven't really farted around with it. We'll find out.